What's going on, everyone? This is Ethan, the Games Adjuster, and today we are talking about the 3 to 5 player game, or sorry, 2 to 6 player game, New York Slice. So New York Slice is an I split, you choose game with a pizza slice theme. So let's go down to the table. I'll show you how it plays. I'll show you how to pack it away, and we'll come back here for some final thoughts. We have set up a 4-player game of New York Slice. To begin the game, players will take 66 of the 69 total pizza slices. They'll randomize them face down, and they'll sort them into piles of 11 slices. Along with that, they will take some of these special tiles, like these here, and put one on each stack face down. And then after that, you're ready to begin. The player who will first be the slicer is the player who most recently sliced pizza, I believe. And so or the last person to win a game, actually. That's a little unique. You would think it'd be the last one to eat pizza, maybe. But anyways, what you'll do, very simple. This is an I split, you choose game. And so you'll take a stack. You'll first read the special. So here we have sneak a slice. On any future round, when you aren't the slicer, you may shift a slice from one portion to any adjacent portion before you choose. Replace this if this appears in the last round. Okay? And so you'll set this out, and then you'll start flipping over these tiles. Now, once you start flipping them over, you can either go clockwise or counterclockwise, but whichever direction you choose to go, you will then go that way the entire time. So let's just say we're going to go clockwise. So we'll go ahead and put this next to this slice, and that one there, and we'll just continue to flip this out. No decisions to be made at this point. We're just flipping out tiles and making a nice little pizza. All right. There we go. Okay, so now that we've got the pizza made, and you can see it looks pretty realistic there, very nice job, then we will split this into a number of portions equal to the number of players. So here we again have a simulated 4-player game, so we can slice this into 4 sections. Now, this special can be its own portion, so you could split this pizza maybe up into 3 portions and then have this on the side, or it can go on top of a portion. So when you're splitting these up, you're trying to keep a few things in mind. One is the way you score at the end of the game is whoever has the most slices of each number face up in front of them will get that many points. So example is if I had the most 11s at the end of the game, still face up in front of me, then I will score 11 points. However, if you don't have the most or you tied, you get nothing. Now, another way you can score is when you take these slices, right when you take them, you'll get the opportunity to eat them, which is to turn them face down and have them reserved for scoring based on the number of pepperonis visible. So here we have 3 pepperonis. This one slice could be worth 3 points. Okay, so the slicer is going to have to keep that in mind based on what they're going for and say, well, I hate to give someone 2 11s, so maybe I'll go ahead and split that this way. That's pretty fair. I guess I'll do that. And I'll have this one by itself. This is maybe a lot of points because the number of slices, the number on the slice also represents how many total slices of that number there are in the game. So here you can see there's only 4 of this slice of pizza here. So they might say, yep, I'm going to do that, and then I'll throw this portion here. And then starting with the player to the left of the slicer, then they will start drafting these portions, okay? And so the next player might say, okay, I'm going to take this one, and that one takes this one, then this one, then okay, I'm stuck with this, and that's my turn. Now, again, right away, you'll decide whether you're going to eat these slices or not. So here, if I was to eat this one, it'd be worth 1 point at the end of the game. And so everyone will make that decision simultaneously, and then we would move on into the next slice. So there's all kinds of specials here, like this one, tiebreaker. Wins all the ties for your collected slices. That's pretty good. And then you'll continue to flip these out. So maybe this time we go counterclockwise just to see a few more of these slices. A lot of 7s on this one. Okay. And then the same decision would be made. Maybe they say, well, I don't want to give someone all of the 7s, so I'll split this way, and we'll give you this one, and then that, and that. And then people would draft. Now, in these stacks, we'll see if we can find one real quick. There are some tiles that are split between two different styles. So let's see. Oh man, of course it'd be the last one. And then I want to show you anchovies. Really? Okay. Here we go. So here we have a split tile. So this one represents half a slice of this number 5 slice and this number 7 slice. So, you know, for ties, you might have 2 7s, but now you have 2.5 7s, which could be all the difference. Okay, now you might have noticed on some of the tiles, there are these nasty little anchovies on there. There you go. And so if these tiles are still face up at the end of the game, they're worth 1 negative point each. So one of the slices, this one here, is no pepperonis, no other numbers. It's purely just negative 3 points, which can be bad, and you can never eat a tile, or this tile. You could eat this one since it has a pepperoni on it, and then score 1 point for it. You don't get the negative because it's face down and been eaten. But anyone's face up, you'll get the negatives for the anchovies. And that's basically it. So again, once you go through all 6 of the stacks in a 4-player game, you'll get your score pad out, this guess check, and then you'll count your points. So whoever has the most of each number, you'll write those down or circle those, and then you'll count up all your specials. Then you'll take the number of face down pepperonis that you've eaten, count those up minus any face up anchovies you've collected, get that number, and then the most points is the winner. All right, so there you go. Let's talk storage, and then we'll go up for final thoughts. Okay, let's briefly talk storage. I'm gonna be honest with you, not great for storing, but I do mostly love the production. We'll talk about that later. So as far as storage goes, you can see that this is kind of a pizza box storage solution, which is very neat, very cool for the theme. And so what I typically do is put all the specials on one side, then I just start trying to stack these pizza slices the best I can. Once you get past this like little cardboard well in here, it's kind of hard to make it look really good. You just have to do your best to kind of stack it as best you can. I recommend definitely putting them face down to expedite how quickly you can get the game set up in the future, so you won't have to worry about, you know, flipping them all over first and then putting them in. But then once you've done that, you can just put them in here best you can, and that's really it. Now there is one tile left here on top I want to show you. This is one of the special tiles in the game. It can be any pizza slice you want it to be, but you have to decide what it's going to be right when you put it next to the portion that you're going to put it to in your own section. Because as you draft the tiles, you'll create pizzas with the similar type numbers. So once you take your full portion, you can separate it out, put all your 11s next to your 11s, your 10s next to 10s, etc. But whatever one you put this with becomes that for endgame scoring. All right, but it could be eaten too, and we'll just work 2 pepperonis. So you'll put these in here, again, as best you can. Not a great storage solution, but it is thematic. And there we go. There are some extra ones here. I don't know if maybe you can make your own. There's 2 blank specials, 2 blank these, or it could just be as part of the sheet that was never thrown away, but you know, we just hold on to it. And after that, you've got the rule book, which is very cool too. It's like a menu. Awesome job there, production. Here's some of the other specials in the game. So I showed you tiebreaker, but there's one like supersized combos. Collected combo slices are worth 2 slices of each type instead of half a slice each. Very good. It's an extra 1.5 each. Day old pizza, you just lose 2 points. The everyone else diet. At the end of the game, all players except the owner of the special lose 1 point for every 2 slices they have eaten, rounded down. For instance, if another player had eaten 7 slices, they would lose 3 points. So that's maybe a way to circumvent someone getting all those points from eating slices proactively. You get that special, and then you know they're going to lose all those points. So you put that in. You'll also put in, of course, the guess check / score pad. Flip this over, and that is how you store New York Slice. Okay, there you go. So let's talk about it. We'll start with the theme. I think the theme is awesome. I love pizza. I know my family loves pizza. And so if you are a pizza fan, I think this is right up your alley. It looks really kind of like photorealistic pizza, which is cool. It's fun. You know, it's kind of, I don't know that you ever slice pizza like, well, you'll get these and I'll get these and you get this. But you kind of sometimes are looking at this pizza like, I really want that slice right there. It's got the most cheese or it's got the most pepperoni. So I think it works. And that leads right into production. I think the production helps the theme so much. The rule book is a menu. The score pad is a check receipt book. The pizza slices themselves look really good. I think the box itself even opens like a pizza box. It's just all around great production, really helps evoke the theme, and I love it. As far as the rules go, very simple. Explain the whole game there in a few minutes. The specials are well explained at the back of the rule book. They're not hard. Setting up the game is very easy. It tells you which tiles you need to take out of the game depending on your player count, which specials you can use depending on player count. Also, even the special reminds you in a two-player game you'll need to cycle this one and get a new one. If this is the last round, get a new one. All of that's very easy, very simple. Good job. The gameplay is solid. It's nothing revolutionary, right? So if you played other I Split You Choose games, kind of like Sunday Split or any of those games, there's no hidden element in this one where most of the time there's like something face down, like what do do I take that one or do I take this one? Here it's all there, but the decision is one, as a slicer, how do I split this so that if I end up with the last pick, I'm still happy. Two, which is scoring, right? When you take your slice, okay, do I eat these pepperonis now? Do I think I'm going to score this? Ideally, you don't want to have, 6 11s. Cool, you're going to get 11 points at the end of the game. But 6 times 3, I think all the 11s have 3 pepperonis. You could have got 18 points versus 11. So you just kind of want to squeak by with the lead in most of these things, or the ones that don't have any pepperonis on them, maybe some of the lower numbers. Yeah, you do want to go ahead and collect those because obviously you're going to get more points by getting something for them versus you can't eat them that have no pepperonis on them, or nothing if you don't have the most. So you really have to balance that from the very first portion that you're taking, the very first one of the 6 in the 4-player game. Am I going to go for the 11s or not? And if you get a slice that has maybe 2 of the 11s on it, it might be worth it still just to eat those because that's 6 points versus maybe hoping to get the majority and only get an 11. So good decisions there. The specials too are very powerful. If you've got some of those combo slices and you get that supersized combo, that's instead of a half a slice each, that's 2 slices each, which really upsets the majority there. And that might be something that someone else is kind of targeting as far as, well, I've got to go a bunch of combos. That would really boost my game. You can't eat the combos and never have pepperonis on them, so you're going to have them. Or some of them are like you lose 2 points, or you can cut in line. So you can save that special until you really need something, and then you play it, you cut in line, you take what you want, and then it resumes like it normally would. So the specials add a good amount of variety as far as what you need to focus on. But on the whole, the gameplay itself is nothing super revolutionary. Take the slices, you score them. It's pretty simple, but I think it does a good job overall. So time-wise, it says 30 minutes on the box. Super accurate. I mean, you could maybe get it done sooner than 30. You might even play this back to back if you wanted to. This is a definition of a filler game. It's quick to play. It's simple to set up. It's simple to tear down. Simple to teach. Good time on this game. You know what you're getting, and it does it well in that short time frame. And then the variety, kind of touched on the gameplay. The gameplay is going to be pretty much the same. You're only ever in a 4-player game anyways, not going to see 3 slices. So maybe which 3 that is could change things. Like maybe luckily there's no anchovy tiles. Those randomly got taken out. So, or maybe there's no combo tiles somehow that happened. So I guess that could change it a little bit, but the most variety is going to come in the specials. Which specials are in the game, how they might affect the slices you've already taken, or might influence which slices you want to take going forward. So if there's that combo one, you get it early, and then the next time around there's a portion with 2 combos and you're next, you're going to want to take that. Whereas the other players might think that also and might say, well, I was going to go for the 5s, but I really can't let Susie have those combos, so I'm going to have to take those myself. So that's where the variety is going to be. It's not tremendous, but it's solid. And this isn't a game, obviously, you're making this your main course for the evening. This is just a filler, and I think for what it is, it's good. So there you go. That was a quick one, but this is not a complicated game, and I think it's pretty quick to review. And so I really like this. It's probably one of my favorite filler games that we have, or that we play in our group. I think it's just fun. As a pizza lover, I love it. As a I split you choose. I really do kind of like that mechanism. It's kind of tough decisions, kind of like in stockpile or Sunday Split. I mentioned that one. Stockpile not the same thing if you play stockpile, but which cards do I put face down? Which cards do I put face up? How do I split it? I want to make sure I end up with something good. If I get outbid, it's the same kind of thing here. No matter which way I slice it, I want to make sure that I'm happy with what I get. So really love that mechanism. But yeah, overall, I'm giving this one an 8 out of 10. It's really good, really great filler, really great production. It's fun, great family game, great for adults too. This is one that if you're looking for a quick 30-minute filler game, it's got a good bite to it, pun intended, then I think this is the one for you. So if that sounds interesting, check it out. This is a re-implementation of, I think, a game called Piece of Cake. There's another re-implementation of this. I don't know that it's in English though. It's like another pizza theme one. It came out in 2020, but maybe that's one worth checking down if they do have that in English. Maybe if it improves things. But if not, I think this one came out in like 2016 or 17, and it still holds up very strong. 2017. So there you go. That's New York Slice. Let me know what you think about it. If you played it, if you played other I Split You Choose games other than the ones I've kind of mentioned, let me know about those as well. Which one's your favorite? Do you like pizza or do you not like pizza? What's your favorite pizza? Anything that you want to share in the comments below, feel free to do so. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you on the next one.